Hey there, everybody. It's CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to another presentation of our 71 Mets replay using Deep Drive Baseball. It's Tom Seaver on the mound for the New York Mets. We will be at Shea Stadium in Queens, and the Mets will be facing Juan Pizarro. Pizarro, 7-6 with a 3.46 ERA in 1971. He's a 34-year-old left-hander, and Tom Terrific will be facing the Chicago Cubs. Don Kessinger is leading it off at shortstop. Glenn Beckert, second baseman. Billy Williams, the left fielder, batting third. Batting cleanup is Joe Pepitone. Jim Hickman, the right fielder, batting sixth is Paul Popovich. He's playing third base. Brock Davis, the center fielder. J.C. Martin, the catcher. He was on the Mets 71 team. And Juan Pizarro, the pitcher, batting ninth. We're right about to get started. Playing Deep Drive Baseball, you play with 3D10. And you read the red, then the white, and the green will give you the out. And it's going to be Don Kessinger leading it off. I don't think I set up the Mets lineup. I think I kind of bypass that, and they're going to have Hahn is playing today. Doesn't play very often. Hahn and Foley are in the lineup today. So let me see if I can track them down. You got all the players. There he is, and there they are. Perfect. And it's going to be Don Hahn leading it off. Wayne Garrett. Boswell won't be playing today. Wayne Garrett will be at third base. Batting third is Tommy Agee. Don Clendenin. Don Clendenin will be in the cleanup spot, followed by Kenny Singleton. There's Kenny Singleton, switch hitter. In left field, batting, and Jerry Grody's back. Duffy Dyer started a couple of games. So Grody must have been ailing a bit, maybe with some sort of injury. I use actual lineups. So Tim Foley, and then finally it's Buddy Harrelson. Let's get Buddy Harrelson in there, and then we'll be ready to start the game. And Buddy Harrelson, pretty good defensive shortstop. All right, here's Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver is coming off a 3-hit shutout. And here's the pitch to Kessinger, and that will be a line drive base hit center field, played on a hop by Agee. So Kessinger is on base. Let's throw that D20, see if there's a wild pitch. And no, and it's a 24 and a 9. And that is a defensive result. So we're going to check here on the defense early in the game, see what happens. That's a 78, and a 78 is a ground ball third base and bobbled by Garrett. He does not get a throw off. It's going to be an E5. Runners on first and second to start off the game. It seems that every time I try to stream a Seaver start, he struggles a bit, especially in the first inning. It's happened multiple times. I don't know why that is. And Billy Williams, left-handed hitter, and that is a 16, and that is ball 4. Bases are loaded, nobody out. All right, the Mets are it's early on, so they're gonna play the infield back. Joe Pepitone is a good power hitter, and that's a 48 and an 8, and that is an 8 is gonna be a deep drive. That's gonna be a sacrifice fly, and Glenn Beckert's gonna try to tag up and go to third. And 86, and Beckert may be thrown out at third base. Oh, no, he's very fast. He'll make it. So a sacrifice fly to right field. And Beckert makes it to third base. So it's first and third with one out. Pepitone drives one deep for a sac fly. And it's 1-0 Cubs. And the infield is back. It's an 84 and a 6, and that is a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop Harrelson. Flips to Foley, relay to first, and 6-4-3 double play. So that's going to be 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, and an error, and the Cubs are up 1-0. So Hickman grounds out into that double play, and that retires the side. Here's Don Hahn against Juan Pizarro. That's a 43 and a 2. That's going to be off the batter card. A 2 is a comebacker to Pizarro. And he feels his position, throws out Hahn, Wayne Garrett, lefty. 49 and an 8. That's a fly to left. Under it is Williams, and squeezes it for the out. 2 away, and here's Tommy Agee. A 34 and a 3, and that is a hard hit ground ball. Nice play by the first baseman, Pepitone. Steps on the bag, and that's 3 up, 3 down. Paul Popovich against Tom Terrific. Here's a pitch to Popovich. And that's a 12, and that is defense. A defense 46, and that is a comebacker to Seaver. And throws him out at first. 1 up, 1 down. Brock, left-handed hitter. It's an 86 and a 5, and that is hard hit to second base. Garrett, 2 down. And it's J.C. Martin. And that's a 0-8 and a 2, and that is line base hit right field. Juan Pizarro up now. Hey there, RJL, what? How you doing, brother? All right, let's see. We're going to throw that 20-sided die, waiting to see. Wild pitch, no wild pitch. No. 64, that's strike 3. And Pizarro swings and misses at a Seaver fastball. No runs, 1 hit. 1-0. Chicago, bottom of the second. And it's going to be Clendenon Singleton. Kenny Singleton was on this team. And Jerry Grody. Here's a pitch to Clendenon. It's a 40 and a 5. That's off the batter card. And a 5 is ripped to the second baseman, scooped. And Beckert throws out Clendenon easily. Kenny Singleton. Pizarro looks in for the sign, sets and deals, winds and deals. There's nobody on base. 61, that is ball 4. So Singleton practices his patience and trots down to first base on a walk. And that is a something going on here. And that's a 63 and a 0. 63 is strike 3. First strikeout for Pizarro. So Grody strikes out. And here comes Tim Foley. Yeah, that's a 99 and a 9. That's a fly ball in the gap. After it is Hickman. He runs it down. No runs, no hits, 1 left. On the walk, we go to the top of the third. Don Kessinger started the game with a single. Then it was an error, and then he scored on a sacrifice fly. And he's going to be out this time. It's going to be a fly to center, shallow center. Racing in is Agee, and he runs it down. Glenn Beckert now, he reached on an error, and he will line one base hit. The left played on a hop by Kenny Singleton. He gets it into Harrelson. So Beckert is on at first. Is Beckert a threat to steal? Who knows? He may be. No, he's not. Billy Williams doesn't strike out very much, so he's a good candidate for hit and run, and we're going to try that. And there goes Beckert, and that is a 19, ball 4. Let's see what that becomes. Uh-oh. Let's see. Base on balls. The modifier says 0. Ball. Lead runner caught stealing. Throw down from Grody, and in time they get Beckert. 2-6. 2 out now. Great throw by Jerry Grody. And that's a 53 and a 0. That's a line base hit. 2-out single for Billy Williams. And it's Joe Pepitone. Good power from Joe Pepitone, but an 83 is a shallow fly ball center field. Racing in is Hahn, and he makes the catch. I thought Agee was, no, Agee's in right field. I think I called Agee on this one here. It was Don Hahn playing center field. No runs, 2 hits. And 1 left. We go to bottom of the third. RJL is in the house, or he was. 69. Check out his 94 playoffs are going on. I love to check those out. So it was fun. 69 and a 2, and that's a strikeout. So Buddy Harrelson goes after a slider in the dirt. Here's Tom Seaver with an 84. That's an out, and a 9 is a fly to center. Can of corn for Brock Davis. 2 down. And here is Don Hahn, 53. That's a line base hit. Frozen rope by Hahn into center. And here's Wayne Garrett, bottom of the third. 1-0 Cubs. That's a 56. And that is a ground ball that gets through into right field. And Hahn with 2 outs should be fast. And that's going to be a question mark on the run chart, I believe. With 2 out, that is a question mark. So we're going to try to send him to third. And he, a 0-2 runner called safe. All right. So first and third now with 2 outs. And here's Tommy Agee playing right field tonight. I have to remind myself of that. Oh, that's a 1. That's going to be a wild pitch, 37. Let's see what wild pitch, pass, ball, balk, any one of those things. 37 is a wild pitch if you're a C, D, or an F. He is a C, so that is a wild pitch, and that's going to score the first run of the game. It's going to tie the ball game. First run for the Mets. Moving to second base is Garrett. So coming in to score is Don Hahn. The score is tied at 1. We may get a double. We may get another wild pitch, back-to-back double pitch, wild pitches. Nope, we don't. That's a 69, and that is a strikeout, and that retires the side. But the Mets pick up 1 on the wild pitch on 2 hits. It's 1-1. We go to top of the fourth. Seaver, the franchise, is going to face Hickman, Popovich, and Davis. 71 is probably Tom Seaver's best season. If you look at the stats, stat-wise, you could probably say that. And I won't argue with you if you do. 176 ERA, 300 innings pitched, 300 strikeouts. And, this is going to be a deep drive off the bat of Popovich. And he drives one into right center field. Let's see what happens here. And that is a 47. That's going to be 1 hop off the wall, splits the outfielders, and into second base with 1 out is Paul Popovich. Brock Davis now. Top of the fourth, 1-1. But the Cubs have a runner on second base, and he will not score on that roll. That's going to be a ground ball to Foley at second. And that is, he gets the third on the 7. And that's a 4-3, and that moves the runner over. J.C. Martin now. J.C. Martin batted .264. Or we could face Juan Pizarro at 176. It's almost 100 points different. I think really, Jesus Christ. Let's see. It's a big difference here. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a huge difference. We're going to intentionally walk J.C. Martin. And we're going to face Juan Pizarro here in the top of the fourth. And that's not what we want. That's going to be a ground ball and through into right field for a base hit. And the Cubs take the lead on a Juan Pizarro bases seeing eye grounder that gets through the infield. And J.C. Martin is going to try for third. Oh, actually, no, he's going to make it to third. First and third on the RBI single by the pitcher, Juan Pizarro. Holy smokes. That's Bizarro Pizarro. All right, 2 outs, first and third. Don Kessinger. See if Seaver can get out of this one, and he will. 26. And that's a ground ball to shortstop. Harrelson. Buddy waits back now, charges, fires to first, and that retires the side. But the Cubs pick up a run on 2 hits and a walk. And going to the bottom of the 4th, it's 2-1 Cubs. Clendenon, Singleton, and Grody against Juan Pizarro. That's an 84 and a 1. And that's popped up, middle of the infield. Right there is Kessinger, and squeeze it for the out. That's a 21 and a 7, and that is a strikeout. That's strikeout number 4 for Pizarro. Kenny Singleton back to the bench with the bat on his shoulder. 2 outs and Jerry Grody. Grody with a deep drive. And that ball is out of here. Jerry Grody drives one deep to left field, and back goes Williams. He looks up, and that's gone. Game is tied. Jerry Grody connects. And here's Tim Foley. Tim Foley with a 25 and a 3 is a ground ball, third base. Third baseman Popovich over to first to retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. It's 2-2. Top of the 5th. We need a 1-2-3 inning. It's going to be Glenn Becker leading it off against Seaver, and that's an 87 and a 9, and that's a fly to shallow center. Hustling in is Hahn, and he gets there for the out. Billy Williams is next. He's 1 for 1 in a walk. That's a 29 and a 0. That's line and caught by the first baseman, Don Clendenon. That's 2 outs, just like that here in the top of the 5th. It's all tied at 2. Joe Pepitone has good power, and he's going to line one, strokes one to right field. That drops in front of the right fielder, Tommy Agee. 2-out single for Pepitone. He's on at first. Hickman now. Hickman has some power, hit 19 home runs. So Seaver better be careful. And a 54 is going to be a line drive base hit. Left center field, and coming over quickly is Hahn to cut it off. Going to third is Pepitone. So you got runners on first and third against Seaver. So Seaver again on a stream and struggling. He's given up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits in 5 innings. Holy smokes. Barely has any hits on his card. But if I'm streaming him, and this is probably, a 92, he's going to get out of this with a shallow fly to center. Hahn is there. No runs, 2 hits. Seaver needs to settle down a bit. He's really struggled in this game. He's given up a lot of base runners. 8 hits and a couple of walks. That's 10 base runners plus an error. It's 11 base runners so far. It's going to be Harrelson, Seaver, and Don Hahn. I hate to pull Seaver on my streams early. That's a 0-3, and that is a ground ball and through into right field for a leadoff single by Buddy Harrelson. We're going to bunt. So Seaver squares away, and it's a 64, and that is going to be, strike 2. And we're going to square away again with Seaver, trying to get that runner second base, and this is going to be a base on balls. Let's see what happens on a bunt. Ball runners hold. Again, we're squaring away. And that's a 77 and a 3. And that is going to be a successful sacrifice to who? To 3 is the catcher. Catcher gets to it. And Buddy Harrelson is on at second base in scoring position with the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th. Don Hahn is up with 1 out. Hahn is 1 for 2. He scored on a wild pitch. Here's Juan Pizarro. Pitch from Juan, 0-7. That's going to be line drive base hit. We're going to try to score Harrelson. He's going to be a play at the plate. Here's the throw, and I think he is out. I think Harrelson's been thrown out at the plate. Hold on a second. Holy smokes. It's a 90. He's average a 90, and wait. Got a new chart for that. Where's my new chart? Hold on. There it is. a 90, and he is going to be out at the plate. Wow. All right. Holy smokes. And that was a 4. Who did that go to? That was to the center fielder. So Brock Davis throws out Buddy Harrelson trying to score. And if Don Hahn's fast or very fast, he takes the extra base, and he does not. So it's going to be an 8-2. And Hahn is on at first with 2 outs. And that is a 0-5, and that is going to be a line drive base hit. Hahn is going to try for third. And a 0-2, he should make it there, and he does, first and third now. And Juan Pizarro can go deep into games. He's got a 12 endurance. Tommy Agee, there is some action in the Chicago bullpen. Tommy Agee up now, first and third. Here's the pitch. And an 18 is ball 4. That's bases are loaded for Don Clendenin. Again, this is 71, so I'm being very generous with both pitchers. That is, how many hits is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 2 walks. Still is doing better than Seaver. And that's an 87 and a 6, and that is a ground ball chopped to short. Hustling in on that is Kessinger, throws him out, and that retires the side. An exciting inning. We had a play at the plate, and Buddy Harrelson got thrown out by center fielder Brock Davis. We'll give Brock Davis a little star on that throw. So there's going to be no runs on 3 hits and a walk. So Mets had 4 base runners. They failed to get anybody home. Brock Davis against Tom Seaver here in the top of the 6th inning. And that's a 10, and that is a ground ball and through the right side for a base hit. So leadoff batter is on. J.C. Martin. Hold on a second, because see, Brock Davis is a base stealer. No, he's very slow, actually. Very slow center fielder. Interesting. All right. We are going to bunt with J.C. Martin. Square away to bunt, and that is a 31. And a 0 is liner. A liner should be a good bunt. An out. Yeah, it's considered an out, and a 0 is, it's a pop out. Runner holds. So that's a pop out to 0. I guess 0 is the pitcher. So Seaver with a nice play. Juan Pizarro is going to, I guess, what are you going to do? Try to bunt with. I was going to maybe pinch hit for Juan Pizarro, but now he can still go. He's still in the game. And I'm going to, oh boy, this is a 0-0. That's a deep drive off Juan Pizarro. Holy smokes. And he's a pitcher who actually hit a home run in 39 at bats. So he can get a hold of one and drive it here. And Juan Pizarro is Seaver's worst enemy, a 55. No, it's going to be a double. And Brock Davis will not score. It's going to be second and third now. And, wow, Seaver's really struggling here. We're going to have to pull Seaver. I mean, I can't justify keeping him in any longer. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. I just can't keep him in any longer, unfortunately. All right. So, but Pizarro's got 2 hits, 2 for 3 against Seaver. Kessinger with the infield in. And we're going to bring in Taylor. Taylor's going to come in to face Kessinger. So unfortunately for our stream, it's not one of it's not one of Seaver's best outings. He's really struck every time I stream him. He does poorly, and when I play him alone, he pitches. He's pitched 3 or 4 shutouts. So Ron Taylor's coming in. All right, so Ron Taylor's coming in, and he's going to pitch to Kessinger. Infield's in for the Mets. And that is a 64 off Taylor, and that is a single. And that's going to score 1. Let's see what Pizarro is. Pizarro is an average to a single. He's going to hold up on that. So it's going to be an RBI single just in the – oh, no wonder he's – yeah. Should have maybe brought in what else did I have in there? Should have brought in this actually, Ron Taylor was the worst. Yeah, I should have brought in Tug McGraw. I don't know why I didn't do that. All right. So it's an RBI. That's really – I thought Taylor was like my second guy, but really it's Tug McGraw and Danny Frizella in 71. And for it would have been a strikeout for Tug McGraw. That's who I should have brought in. All right. So be it. It's a shortstop single, RBI single, and that's Pizarro's gonna stop at third base. And now let's see, it's Beckert. Infield's still in. Here's a pitch, and that is a 63. That's gonna be a base hit. That'll score another run. And stopping at second base is Kessinger, and that's gonna be it for Taylor. Going to bring in the guy we should have brought in from the beginning, McGraw. All right, first and second. Here's McGraw now. Tug McGraw, 82 and a 6, and that's ripped to the shortstop, Harrelson, who flips to Foley, throw to first in time. Oh, wait, no. It was, yes, 6-4-3 double play because there's nobody at third. And that retires the side. So that's what should have happened. So that was 2 runs on 4 hits, and the Cubs lead it by a score of 4-2. That was Billy Williams, but that was off of Tug McGraw's card. All right, 4-2, bottom of the 6th. Kenny Singleton leading it off against Juan Pizarro. That's an 80 and a 2, and that is a comebacker to Pizarro. Fields his position, throws out Glendenon, 1 away. Next is Kenny Singleton. That's off Kenny Singleton. That's line and caught by the first baseman, Joe Pepitone. And it's Tim Foley. Wait, it was Grody, then now it's Tim Foley, and that is a 0-1 deep drive. And a 64 is a double, 1 hop off the wall, and Foley with a 2-out double. Buddy Harrelson's up next. We didn't throw that. 28 and a 2, and a 28 and a 2 is a comebacker to Pizarro over to first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. Tug McGraw against Joe Pepitone. Lefty on lefty. Hey, the RJL's talking. Come on, yeah, no, not today, man. Yep, he's unfortunately, that's the deal. All right, it's I don't know why I roll that. Joe Pepitone against Tug McGraw, top of the 7th, 4-2 Cubs. Seaver's out, unfortunately for us. 84 and a 0. That's going to be line and caught by Harrelson. Buddy Harrelson at the right place at the right time to stab that liner out of the air. And here's Hickman against Tug McGraw, 81. McGraw has a great card. It's a fly to left, hooking away from the left fielder Singleton, but he runs it down. 2 down. Paul Popovich. Popovich is 1 for 3 with a double. He doubled in the 4th and scored on the Pizarro RBI single. It's a 90 and a 9, and that is a fly to center. Right there is Hahn, 3 up, 3 down. We go to bottom of the 7th. All right, we're going to get a pinch hitter for the Mets. It's going to be Steady Eddie Crow. No, not a lefty. No siree. We're going to bring in Ted Martinez. Ted Martinez against Juan Pizarro. Pizarro's gone. Pizarro's got 12 points. Let me do this. He's got 12 total points, and I'll show you how this works. Guys ask me all the time, Well, he's pitched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that's -6. He's allowed at least one run, that's a -1. And how many times through the lineup? 1, 2. So far, 2. Here's going to be 3. So then you add all that up, and that's 10. So he can go. He can still go. Right? All right. Ted Martinez against Juan Pizarro. That's a 42 and a 0. That's line and caught by Becker. L4. One up, one down. Don Hahn, who's 2 for 3. His only out was a ground out, and this will be another out. That's a chopper to the first baseman, Pepitone, who steps on the bag ahead of Hahn for out number 2. And here's Wayne Garrett. Wayne Garrett with a 69, and that is strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. That is strikeout number 5 for Pizarro, who's pitching an excellent ball game here. He's actually outdueled the master, the franchise tonight. Brock Davis, J.C. Martin, Pizarro. And we need a new pitcher. It's going to be, let's see who we're going to bring in. Who's it going to be? We're going to bring in Frizella. Mets have a winning record, by the way. And he went 1.2. And 2 hits there. He went none. Tom Seaver went 5 and a third. And he gave him 4 runs. All charged to Seaver. On 10 hits, I believe. 2 walks. Seaver struck out 1. So not a really particularly good day for Tom Terrific. Batters faced, he faced 18, 27, and 2, 29. And no wild pitches. All right, it's going to be Davis leading it off against Danny Frizella. That's a 39er and a 6, and that is a slow chopper to Harrelson, who picks it up barehanded and fires the first and just gets Davis, who's a very slow runner. It's a 75, and that's a strikeout. 2 down. And they're going to let Juan Pizarro bat. That's a 35 and a 6, and that is ripped to short. Scooped by Harrelson. Fires the first in the dirt, but scooped out by Clendenin. 3 up, 3 down for Frizella. Tommy Agee leading it off. Mets are still in this game. It's 4-2. Cubs, here's the pitch from Pizarro. A 20 is a strikeout number 6. So Agee chases and heads back to the bench. Don Clendenin with 75 and a 1 is popped up middle of the infield. And it's the shortstop Kessinger by second base. And he hauls it in. 2 down. And here's Kenny Singleton with an 83 and a 7. That's lifted to left. And Williams for the out. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 9th, Danny Frizella against Don Kessinger. That's a 56, and that is a little blooper that drops in, dunks in there in front of center fielder Hahn. So a runner on first, and we're going to bump with Beckert. That's a 0-4 is going to be a potential single. Let's see what that a hit and a 5 says. Very fast batter, safe on an infield single. And he is very fast, so that is a base hit, a bunt single for Glenn Beckert, first and second. And I forgot to throw the 20-sided die, and that could be a potential wild pitch. 27. Frizella's an F wild pitch rating. 27 is a wild pitch, and both runners are going to move up. So we're going to give Frizella a wild pitch here. Oh, wrong place. There we go. So it's now second and third, And Billy Williams, the Mets are going to have to bring the infield in. Pitch from Frizella. And that's a 78-1. That's popped up left side. Foul ground is the third baseman, Garrett. One down. Just what the doctor ordered for Frizella. Infield still in. Here's Hickman. And it's a snake eyes, and that's ball 4. Bases are loaded for Paul Popovich, the switch hitter. Infield's in. And that is a 94-9. That is a fly ball, shallow center field. Nobody's going to score on that. 2 outs. So Frizella's 1 out away from getting out of a bases loaded jam. Hey, Brandon in the house. There's a lot of talking going on. All right. Paul Popovich. Popovich is up. Wait a second. That was Hickman flat out. All right. And there's a pitch, a 93-9, and that is, again, a shallow fly ball center field, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, 4-2. Last licks for the Mets. And let's count Pizarro now. Pizarro has gone 8 innings, so he starts off with 12. Minus 8. He's gone 8 innings. He's given up at least a run. That's another -1. And he's gone through the lineup 3 times. So that's 12 points right there. So we got to pull him. We got to pull him. We'll see who we have in for the Cubs in terms of a closer. That's the nice thing about Deep Drive Baseball. It tells you who the closer is. Plus, it gives you the stats at the bottom of the page. Let's see who my closer is. All right, I haven't seen a closer. Wow. I'm thinking, was the closer traded to another team? Is he potentially on here somewhere? I don't see him. Let's take a peek and see who got some saves for the Cubs. No, 6 saves for Phil Regan. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Phil Regan. That's what we're doing. We're going to bring in Phil Regan to pick up a save, potentially. So Pizarro goes 8, gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And how many runs? 2 runs, 2 earned runs. Walks, he walked 1, 2. Struck out 6, so he had a pretty decent day. Batters faced, 27 and 5, 32. No wild pitches. Oh, yeah, he had 1 wild pitch. He had 1 wild pitch. Okay. It's going to be Grody leading it off against Phil Regan. Here's a pitch. It's a 51. That's a deep drive. Off Grody's deep drive chart, a 12, and that ball is deep drive to left field, and back goes Williams, and that's out of here. Number 2 on the day for Jerry Grody, who hit 2 home runs in all. Wait a second, that's wrong. Hold on a second. That can't be. Yeah, that's a wrong call on my part. I didn't think so. That's why I had to double check. All right, so I rolled a 12 there, and that's going to be a double off the wall. So let's pull that second home run of the day. That would be really odd. I could see 1 home run, but not 2. All right, so Jerry Grody's on at second base with a leadoff double off Phil Regan. Here's Tim Foley. Well, you know what? We're going to start bringing in pinch hitters now. We got some lefties, and I'm going to bring these 2 guys. I'm going to start off with Marshall. All right, here's the pitch to Marshall from Regan. It's 4-2, so the tying run is at the plate. That's a line drive base hit, and that will score Grody. RBI pinch hit single by Dave Marshall. And that's a pinch hitter. So it's 4-3 now. And it's Buddy Harrelson. Buddy Harrelson doesn't strike out very much, so he's a good candidate for a hit and run. We're going to risk it. Let's see what happens. And there goes Marshall, a 68, and that is ball 4. Well, not ball 4. Let's see what happens with a hit and run. Hit and run chart based on balls. Modifier says a 3, and it's a foul ball. So we're not going to do that again. We're going to actually bunt right here. And then we'll bring in, that's an 85. That's going to be a good bunt. 2-9, and 9 is the third baseman. So 5-3, 5-4, and over to second base is Marshall. And here comes Steady Eddie Kranepool. Steady Eddie Kranepool gets the call with the tying run at second base against, where is Kranepool? Let's see. Against Phil Regan. Phil Regan in 40 years from now is going to be the Mets pitching coach at 82 years old. Not this year, but he was last year. All right, I don't see where. There he is. All right, here comes Kranepool. Fan favorite in New York. He's going to end his season with the Mets in 79. He's going to retire in 79. Terrible season. Terrible season for the Mets that year. But Eddie Kranepool held his own. All right. Let's see if there's a wild pitch. Nothing there. Time run at second base. 1 out. Here's a pitch to Kranepool, and that's a 47 and a 6. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. That's going to allow Marshall to make it to third base. 4-3. Throws out Kranepool, and here comes Don Hahn, who's 2 for 4 against Phil Regan. 4-3, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Last licks. Mets are down to their last out. Tying run is at third base. See if we get a wild pitch there. We do not. Here's a pitch, and that is a 74 and a ground ball to the second baseman. Easy pickings for Becker over to first, and the ball game's over. And the Mets lose it. They score. They score a run in the ninth, make it a 4-3 ball game on a couple of hits. And the winner is going to be Pizarro. The save is going to go to Reagan. The loss is going to go to Seaver. I think he's 13-4 now. And it's a 4-3 final score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 hits. A lot of hits for the Cubs. Cubs have a way of getting no errors for the Mets. Oh, yeah, there was 1 error for the Mets. Yeah, but that's Chicago. Let's see. Yeah, no errors for the Cubs. And the Mets had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, 4 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Cubs, 3 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Mets. Final score is 4-3 Cubs. Pizarro wins it. Seaver loses it. This is CP Cards and Dice. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello. And I will continue on with my 1971 Seaver replay. Seaver's, I think, like I said, 13-4 with an ERA around 2.80. He really had a couple of games where that really gave him a tough time. He had one game where he gave up like 8 runs, and just like every roll went against him. There was nothing I could do. It was against the Cardinals. And then that really hurt his ERA. So if you take away that game, you're talking about an ERA in the 230s maybe, because that was a lot of runs in a very short stint. So anyway, he's still doing fairly well. We got to get the ERA down. I may have to replay this to see if the ERA comes down a little bit. Like I said, there were a couple of games that were a little bit of an anomaly. I mean, he has no hits on his card. So it's just a lot of times it's just barely. I mean, when I say no hits, I'm exaggerating, but he has a few hits, but very few and far between. It's just about, um, when they get the hits. Like right here, they had a situation where, for example, I brought in the wrong pitcher, and they ended up scoring 2 runs on Seaver that were charged to Seaver. So that was like really my fault. I should have brought in McGraw, but I brought in Taylor, thinking that Taylor was McGraw for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, this is CP Cards and Dice. I will see you guys soon, and I will check out. Let's see, cool to use these older Cubs. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, Santo is not in this lineup. They're using Popovich, but he did play in the previous time we played the Cubs, so he's around. May have been injured right now. I don't know. Maybe he's ailing something. Who knows? Maybe he got drunk the night before. You know how they are. So yeah. All right. 2016. Santo got inducted 2016. Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for today's game. I got to input the stats into PC Replay. It keeps all the stats for me, so I have, I know what's going on in the league. And I may have to replay this season, because I feel that that's Seaver. He's got a lot of wins, but I feel like his ERA is a little higher than it should be. And he's pitched about 4 shutouts and he's got about 8 complete games. So it's not like he's not pitching well. It's just the games that he's lost. He's gotten clobbered, like one time in particular with the 8 runs, and another couple of times where he's given up 4 or 5 runs. So that's about it. And this is CP Cards and Dice saying I will continue on with my 71 deep drive Seaver replay, and I try to go over stuff that guys ask me about, so in case they watch it, they also get like the mini tutorial. I really don't have to do this very much with Seaver because he's got 14 points, so it's very hard for him to get exhausted. So, yep. All right. This is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for watching. I will check you out, RJL. I will check out that 3rd Yankee game. I don't know. No problem, RJL. No problem. You're playing. You're doing a great job on the tutorials, man. You don't need my help. You may need it for one little thing in particular, but I don't know what that is. Overall, you get it. So you're good. And that's about it. So thanks for stopping by. We'll check out RJL's Game 3 of the Yankees series. The Yankees, one of my favorite teams early on. And then later on in my life, it became the Mets a little bit more because they were a little bit closer to home. I could get there in 5 minutes. So anyway, this is I will see you guys. Cards and Dice TV. CP says adios, hasta la vista.